The way I describe it is that there's two different kind of stories that wind up converging. There's Cathe and Greg, who meet at a place in their life where they're a little lost, and they both come together and they find their faith together. And then there's also Chuck, who is dealing with his kind of failing church and winds up meeting Lonnie Frisbee, who he kind of brings into the mix. And Greg and Cathe wind up, hearing Lonnie Frisbee speak and getting involved with him. And that's where the storylines come together. I love that it's a bunch of imperfect people that come to faith. And I think that nobody is depicted as holier than thou or better than. And it's a story of a bunch of sinners. And I just thought that that was so real. I love Cathe's, kind of friction with her parents and how far she comes. She's got such a strong personality. She's unapologetic in how she feels, and she fights for things. And she's like me. I saw myself in how the character was written, and I really, really wanted to play her. There's an emotional sort of climax of the movie where Cathe and Greg are having one of their, friction moments. And it was my first night of filming that we did that. And Joel and I had rehearsed together a little bit, so we did know each other, but to do that scene so early on, to kind of get it out of the way was really nice. And it was amazing. I'm really looking forward to seeing that because I love acting with Joel so much. I mean, doing a faith-based film with people who are all believers or people of faith, there's a different vibe. It's like there's kind of a peaceful vibe. It's sort of a joyful, peaceful place to work, really, even when the days are long and it's cold or it's hot. It's the vibe is really, really good. That's something I've noticed about working on this movie, and I've really loved it. It's something I'd like to take with me to other sets and try to recreate for sure. I feel like audiences are going to love Jesus Revolution because it has this sort of retro feel. The music is going to be amazing. The costumes are amazing. The hair is amazing. It's going to be so inviting to watch. It's going to look so warm. And it's a love story. And it's a story of finding yourself, finding your way, finding faith. And it's a beautiful, beautiful story. And I just think it's going to be so uplifting and heartwarming, and people are going to love it. When I was preparing to come out and film, I got to talk to Cathe on the phone, and Greg just so happened to be at home at the time, and so they could be on speakerphone, and they were texting me like wedding photos. It was incredible, and kind of talking about their relationship. And she said she was kind of back and forth and wishy-washy, and then they would, as soon as he kind of went away, she'd be like, okay, I actually want him again. And so they had this kind of will they, won't they, and such a fun, playful, sort of childlike, innocent sort of love. And the fact that they've been able to, make that extend like a lifetime is incredible. And so their love stories are inspiring to me because it was imperfect, and they're very open about their story and how it wasn't always like sunshine and butterflies and rainbows. And they have really worked and fought for their life together, and they're just truly amazing people who love each other and, chose each other. I love that about their love story and how that's depicted in the script as well. Anna Redmond's incredible. She picked the most incredible vintage pieces and like modern pieces that look vintage, and then custom pieces that look vintage. And she worked with a seamstress named Sophie, who is unbelievable as well. And they just had endless cute stuff. And I feel like I'm not Cathe, but Cathe's like accessories, like what I feel like I put on my rings, and like I had my hair done by my amazing hair makeup people. I feel like Cathe. And so the costumes and wardrobe and all that stuff really helps you feel like you are the character. And Anna did such an incredible job. I remember the first day, in the late 60s, 70s, and we were a lot of bell bottoms, a lot of jeans, and trying on jeans can be, first of all, a workout. Second of all, a little stressful. And she just wheeled in this huge rack of like jeans, like vintage, like modern, whatever. She was like, I'm going to put you in a room alone with these jeans, and you try them on, and you just move the ones that you don't like or that don't work to the end. and then I'll make outfits after that. And I just loved her from that very first moment. I was like, that was so nice. And everything was so cute. So she's just the greatest, just so talented. I'm so lucky to wear these clothes. I've never worked with two directors before, like Brent and John directing together. It's so cool. You have two people to ask all your questions. And honestly, it makes you feel like you're bugging them a little less because there's two of them. So that has been something really cool. And I feel like I've watched them direct more, and they're incredible and both such visionaries.